Welcome back, everybody. So today I need to hit this. Alright, so today I want to go ahead and tell you guys something that's really cool, and that's how to make your stuff look really cool, really new, and really good. Almost realistic, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's go ahead and get into the video. We'll be using some war music to help me get into the mood here, or I have a better idea. Let's see what we've got. Disturbed.
You feel that? Oh, shit.
Let's get into it. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and create 200 by 200, and then we're just going to make a solid distance amount. This works, so you don't have to have this right here. I'm going to have that. It works without it. Let's just go ahead and save the map. I'm sure you do that. So what we're looking for is kind of something that's like a little bit more basic. So looking for more of a base area. We'll choose one here, I guess, and we'll go ahead and make it look cool. So what I'm going to do is, I guess I'll start with a simple ground texture. Let's go ahead and make the height at 200 for right now. 300 I meant. Okay. The first thing you want to do is change up your mountains. Anytime you have a mountain or a cliff, sometimes this is okay, but a lot of times it just makes it look really clunky and not right. Like if you're doing like a pop pot to look type of map or anything like that, then you're gonna want to go ahead and leave it like that. Just change it a different color or put some more stuff out there to make it look more like it's been like destroyed in a way. But for our map, we're not going to do this. We're just going to go ahead and use arrow keys, tone this thing down a little bit. And we want to focus up here at the top. What this is going to do is going to smooth out our edges that we don't need. See, that looks much better. All we're doing is smoothing out the edges. Now this could take a long time, so I'm just going to try to do this really fast if possible. Just smoothing out our edges that we don't need here. Now, noticing that I'm just using a very small top of area, and you can see right here our edges are still looking pretty smooth. Now, we can speed this up just a little bit by increasing our brush size to maximum, and this will makes it even more better. Now notice how I'm not using the exact same a bigger brush than what I already have. That's because I don't want to try to make a hill. It's a hill, but I'm not trying to make like a hill can go up right now. All I'm trying to do is keep it within reason. And what this does is and you want to hold shift, and you'll do a really good job. rebuild it again. I'm gonna clip it. And I'm just gonna head and redo it. Now you can do this with Cut Arms, Middle War, Middle War Source Code 2. Any Middle War game that you have that's like a Middle Source Code 2, it'll work. Also, it will also work with your very own Gates of Hell as well. Now the mechanics in Gates of Hell is pretty much the same thing, but it's kind of different for textures. Trying to get that realistic texture for your Middle War is a little bit more different. So we're just pretty much smoothing out some cool edges here. Let's see it come apart here. We're just smoothing out all the rough edges and we'll rebuild again. As you can see here, we're smoothing out our edges. This makes it look really good. So when you apply your texture, it's gonna look really cool and very nice. Now a lot of people don't know this trick. I found this trick out just by doing this a long time ago. I have not applied it on any mods I've created or any games I've created, maps, whatever. But I'm doing it now because something that's a very cool and very key ingredient when you're making maps. As as you can see, you don't want to. The bottom is very nice. Comes up like that. Okay, do the same thing here. We're just creating and easily making this more not so pointy. In other words, you don't want it so pointy. Alright, so we took a look. Let's take a look at our map now. Like I said, I learned this a long time ago. Sometimes there's more detail. Depending on how much time you want to take, you can take you a long time. We're gonna take you a short period of time. Depends how big your map is, how big your mountain is. Let's go ahead and rebuild here. And as you can see, we have our mountain done. It looks good. Edges here and there. Take care of them. Nice and round. So what we're doing is making it look a little better. If there's any rough edges, you want to kind of clear that up. Alright, so that looks good. Oh, right there, brother. That looks good to me. Point right here. There we go. So yeah, that looks good to me right there. As you can see, the map is definitely looks good, and there's no pointiness. It's all rounded. And now we can go ahead and I'll show you guys how to impress your other atmosphere. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a grass color for this one. So we're looking at grass here, grass. This is something that I want to use, so we'll go ahead and apply the texture. As you can see, it's nice and looks good, but may not be something you want to apply just yet because you may not want it like this. I mean, it looks good the way it is. Don't mind it with some grass. We can call it regular, call it done, but we're not done. We're not done yet with this. So we'll hit Control Z. Go ahead and apply get our grass again here. I don't want it to fall into that category. Let's see what's going on here. I'll put it later, I guess. Let's go ahead and go into oops, wood grass. Alright, so you see we have a black background here. Let's go ahead. We want to pretty much apply, we're going to apply the patches down here. Alright, save it. Okay, let me save it quick. We'll go 46. Test 1. As you can see, apply on texture. Very bottom. And so we have our top, our bottom. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and add in another type of grass. I want grass. That one's a little bit too much there. Into orange. Not shine to it. It's not grass we need. It's grass, but it's not the grass we're looking for. That works to a point. This is just your first map you'll be doing. Now just go to here. Now what this does, this is global normal map, and then we have global difference map. What it does is it enhances your ability for what you're looking for. So if you want something newer or almost new, you want to go to here. That's what we're gonna do. So hit this. Go into. That looks a little gayish. So we don't want that one. Looks a little better. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. That doesn't look like grass, but it looks completely different. What we're doing is we're just pretty much searching and fighting for something that looks good. New plus probably lighting. Lighting is everything. I'm just looking for something that looks it's not bad looking. Grass. Just gotta look and see what the type is. So we like that. This has some grass to it. Let's go ahead and go to here. What this is gonna do is it's gonna increase your halo. This is going to increase your atmosphere to something better. Turn it blue. Periodically, this is what it usually does. That's a little weird. Blue again. There we go. That looks a little better. It actually feels like grass-ish. That's how you do it. That's how you get it to where it looks so realistic. Alright, so the next thing that I want to show you guys how to do is rocks. So we're going to here. Rock, go to this one. I'll go to this one. Not this one, my bad. Those together. See, that doesn't look good as you can see. Watch what happens over here. There's a lot of space. You just gotta go to here, figure out what you like the most, and then apply it. Key factor here is to use the there we go. And there is key factor to that one. I want to change this one out though. Blue like water, looks like waves. Cool. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. semi-realistic rock. If you don't like it, but if you don't like that one, well, it's the same thing. You play around with it until you get what you want out of it. You can change these. So these are shadows, bitmaps, I would say. As you can see, it looks really good. Looks like floating in a way. Just change them out. Yeah, looks okay. Biggest thing that you want to look for is not blue. There you go. Oh, that looks good. As you can see, that looks really good. Yeah, you just pretty much change different things together and then it'll show it whatever texture you want. If you don't like it, just change it to something else. Anything will work. Put your guys on it and everything. All mine. Guy. Maybe they can still run up it, but it's not. You know. It just looks good. Makes it look 10 times better. Yeah, that's how you make really cool mountains and landscapes. You got water, you got an ocean. 1,000. And it's talking about blue water ocean. Yeah, that's how you do it. The next thing I want to show you guys how to create. I did this before a long time ago, and that is how to create hills or mountains using really cool textures. So the first thing you want to do is I want to go ahead and do this the right way. Put my heights up because heights are really important. Is what I want to do. I'm gonna create a 400 first big area. I do a 400 by 400 first, and then gradually make this come down to where I want it. And what this is gonna do is gradually go down even more. Now it's really important that you want to have some type of a width and structure here, because if it's all small, then it really won't work and won't look good. So you want to have a pretty good basis of where you want your thing to go. And we'll go ahead and slap it. Now we'll slap it here. Notice if I slap it here, it's gonna look bad that way. So what we want to do is go ahead and take our brush size and make this go down a little bit. I think there is where I want to have it. Okay, and then over here, about the same thing. That way I know where my guy's going and where he's coming from. The biggest intel that I've seen a lot of these things done is you can do them however you want. Make this go down a little more. Stop using down. Is it making it? Is that making it? It's making it that way too. I'll do that. For these little ones, they're very different. So, like, if you go to here, it'll go here, and it start actually training more. So, what we need to do is probably go to the right. There's probably where we need to be. These are very little, so. So we're not doing anything here. The ones are the hardest. When you use the bigger ones, it gives a little bit of air, a little bit of something to breathe, but not much. And usually the bigger they are, the harder they are, for some reason. speed this up a little more. That's too much. I wanted the mountain to stay like that. Not by, I don't, because if I go here, this will happen. Just go here. See how that comes up like that? Yeah, I don't want that. And I do here. Okay, I created like a space there. See how I did that? I don't want to do that. Now around here. A bit different. I'm not too worried about the other side, because the other side will be covered up. Then we'll go up here. Same thing. I'm doing is using shift to smooth out the areas that I don't want. That I want to look good. Some people will forget that they have edges and they'll just roll with it thinking that looks good and it don't. See how that goes down? I don't want that to go down. Because it starts falling down. I want to make sure I'm giving a place to you. Glitch here. You know, put in the time and effort to make it look good. Because you don't want to be like, oh, that looks good to me, and then you realize that don't look good at all. That's the only time it does this for these reasons. See, it looks good that way, but from far it doesn't look the greatest. There's a lot of just take time with it and it'll look good. You don't want to do that. What I just did, don't do that. Come back, take a look at your thing. Oh, problems over here. Now take a look. See how nice? See how nice? Looking at the bottom, looking at the top. Put a guy here, he'll walk up the thing, walk up the mountain, and boom. That's how you do a mountain. I just change the colors. Change it into custom colors here. So we've got turn this down a little bit. Some lighting. As we get to productions. Now you're done. All you gotta do now is just improvise. It's a beautiful landscape. Let's start farther if you want to. Add some actual rocks to it if you wanted to make it look. Honestly, make it come out a little more. I want a rock here, so over here. Be like none. About 8. Oops. What is that for? Hold on a minute. What was it at 400? That's pretty much how you do it. Make beautiful lands, beautiful mountains. That's pretty much how it's done. Alright, thank you guys. I'm gonna get busy back on my